What's up, guys? Welcome back to the daily vlog. In today's video, I'm actually just gonna go to the gas station and fill up the 240. But before I do that, I actually have to go to the post office. I'm not necessarily just gonna go to the post office. I just have to drop off some stick orders. So I'm just gonna look for a blue bin, which I do have one like close to my house. So I'll go ahead and drop that off there. I just need to finish one sticker order. It just says I'ma head out. It's that SpongeBob meme, if you guys remember. It's just the text of it. Went ahead and sold that, so I'm making that right now. I have 3 orders that I just finished, so this is the last one. Once I drop that off, I'll go ahead fill up the car all the way. I know for a fact that I have a full tank on the 240, but I'm just gonna do it just to double check. Come straight home, and then I'm just gonna start taking all the plastic trim and removing the cluster so I can calibrate the fuel gauge. But that's the game plan. So I'm just gonna head to a blue bin, drop these off. I have my hand sanitizer. Always carry this with me because of the outbreak of the coronavirus, and especially since I'm gonna touch the gas pump, I'm always gonna, you know, sanitize my hands before. I do have gloves in here, so I'll still take this with me everywhere I go. I'm gonna go to the gas station, fill this up, but first go ahead and drop this off. I don't have my gloves, so let me go ahead and grab that real quick before we take off. But I'm just gonna start the car so it can warm up. Went inside and grabbed my gloves. I do have a bandage on my hand. I messed up my wrist yesterday, so I'll have it wrapped up and stuff. But that's still not gonna stop me from trying to fix this, so we'll go ahead and we'll just head out already. The car's already warmed up, I think. Made it to the first destination. Going ahead and drop this off. I do have to pull the thing down. Alright, so that's done. Now I just have to go to the gas station, fill up, and I can head home. But I'm actually gonna sanitize my camera right now as well, because I'm touching my camera with the gloves. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. Man, everyone in Cali's loving the gas prices right now. Look, $2.69, $2.89, $2.99. This guy just filled up with 10 bucks. He probably got half a tank. But go ahead. Alright, guess how much it's gonna take for a full tank. I know for a fact I have a full tank, so I'm gonna say like 11 bucks. Alright, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. It clicked, and dude, I was way off. 701. I threw my gloves away. I went ahead and sanitized my steering wheel. Again, I always carry this anywhere I go. It's like, I don't know, it's Hand RX or whatever. I bought this like at the 99-cent store, but I have that with me at all times. Gas prices right now is super cheap in the SoCal area. Like, it's crazy. Like, I haven't seen these prices in years, and like, I'm so happy. But at the same time, I kind of get it since nobody's out and driving, and dude, the streets where I'm at or where I live, they're all empty. Like, you hardly see any trailers or cars and stuff. So I'm gonna head back, and then I'm just tackle down all the dash mechanisms and all that stuff on the driver's side just to get to the cluster, because it's already like 5:55, and since we already changed the time backwards, I do have a little bit more light. Usually if it was this time, it would have been dark, and of course, since I live by a hill, it gets super dark really quick. So I'm just gonna speed my way over there, and then we'll go ahead and tackle all this down. That way I can calibrate my fuel gauge. Made it to the side gate. I'm actually just gonna leave the car here. Usually the city doesn't really say anything if I do have my car here on the grass area. We usually have a car parked here most of the time, since there's like, we have a bunch of cars here in my house. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave it here. If I run out of light, I'll go ahead and continue it tomorrow. But right now, I'm just gonna start tearing down everything. I'll probably do this off cameras just so I can take the cluster out. Once I take the cluster out, then I'm gonna take it to my room. I'm gonna recalibrate it, and if it gets too dark, I'll go ahead and continue putting everything back tomorrow. It didn't take too long. I mean, after taking it out for the first time, you kind of know how to take it out. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take off this plastic piece, and then we're gonna calibrate the gauge all the way back to full. and I could probably knock this down before the light goes down. It's fairly easy to do. I already made a video of like how to remove it and then how to pretty much put everything back. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up this plastic, and we'll go ahead and calibrate the fuel gauge, but we still have a lot of time, guys. Opened up the cluster and I went ahead and calibrated the fuel gauge. When I was driving home, it was on the first top line of the halfway mark, so I went ahead and just moved the gauge all the way to the first line of full. So that should give me a good reading indication. At the same time, let me go ahead and check the LED light on the back of the gas, make sure it's not popped. Looks good to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and just check all the lights as well, make sure none of them are blown. I went ahead and switched it to the on position and it's still giving me a false reading, so I'm gonna go ahead and move it just a little bit more where it's gonna hit the full indicator. Yeah, I need to go ahead and adjust it real quick. I went ahead and moved the gauge a little bit more up to the first line, and from there it just like automatically like calibrated itself. Like, I don't know, like it just went up a little bit and then it's just staying there. So I'll show you guys real quick. So I moved the gauge all the way to the first line of the fuel, just the very top line, and from there I went ahead and turned off the car. And then I went back to the on position and it just automatically just moved its way, and I'm hoping it's giving me a good reading. That way, now that when I see like I'm at the halfway mark, I know for a fact I still have gas, and then once I hit E, that means I have to go get gas and stuff like that. Because every time I was driving, I'll be at the halfway mark, and then right when it would be like at almost towards E, I would go ahead and fill up, and then the car would fill up with like 15 or 20 bucks, letting me know that my car still had plenty of gas. So now I'm not gonna have that problem anymore. I just gotta put everything back and we'll be done with this daily vlog video. But there's still a lot of work I have to do in order to put everything back. I took a little longer, if you guys noticed, because it's getting dark. Putting everything back, I had a little a short somewhere, but I kind of knew what it was. It was actually my fan switch. The ground and the power where I tapped in the fuse box inside the car, they accidentally touched each other and popped my ignition fuse on the engine bay. So I ran inside, I grabbed the 30 amp, it's a green 30 amp fuse, popped it out, put the new one in, and everything is working. Just double checking, like if you guys can hear when I turn off my fans are off. Go ahead and turn them on, they're back on. Everything's good to go. Finally put everything back. Went ahead and calibrated the fuel gauge. There's no music, it's just nothing but static, but everything is fully functional. So I'm just gonna start her up and then park her where I usually park the car, which is reversing real quick, making sure I don't hit the freaking curb. But we're looking pretty good. Solid, bro, solid. Before I close out the video, I gotta take out the trash, because if you guys notice, all my neighbors have their trash out and the trash is gonna come tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna go ahead, do that real quick, and then I'm gonna go to my room and we'll close out this video. I'm gonna wrap up today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you guys have any questions, comment down below. But now that the fuel gauge is finally calibrated, I'm happy, because now I don't have to like worry of me, you know, driving and then like my freaking needle is like at E or like halfway. I'm like, do I need to go put gas? But it was a fairly easy fix. Again, if you guys are messing with the cluster, do not mess with the calibration of the fuel gauge, because then you're gonna have to remove everything just to fix that small problem. But I'll see you guys on the next daily vlog video. Later, guys.